What's going on, boys? Welcome back to the channel. And you could tell by the fallen leaves behind me that I'm not in warm Tampa, Florida like I usually am, but I'm actually back home for the holidays here in Georgia visiting my family. Needless to say, I'm freezing my butt off and missing the Florida weather right about now. But I do have to admit, it's great to be back home seeing everybody, especially because it's been about 6 months since I've seen my friends and family. And I'm extremely close with my family, so I've actually been looking forward to the holidays for some time now. I had this video idea that came to me in the car after getting picked up from the airport. And on the ride back to the town that I grew up in, I was driving on the same roads that I would drive on every day exhausted, coming back from my 10-hour shift just to commute for another hour from work. Or the gym that I was going to when I was waking up at 3:50 in the morning just to get to the gym before work so I didn't have to go after because I knew I would be exhausted. But that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. That's just the hard reality of change and trying to better yourself. More often than not, I was extremely tired, didn't feel like working out, and I definitely didn't want to go out of my way to learn a new side hustle. My life for the past 3 years was just continuous work, especially the year prior to me moving to Tampa. I really didn't do many fun things because I was saving every single penny I had for the move. And I just feel like no one really talks about it, but truthfully, on this journey of self-growth, you're gonna feel shitty more often than not. You're gonna doubt every decision you make, you're gonna have to work without being motivated, and you're gonna have to give up time for friends and relationships that you really care about. Honestly, the best way I could describe it is you're just gonna have to become super regimented to the point where you're almost like a robot on autopilot most of the time. And the worst part is just the unknown, not knowing if it's gonna work out like you want it to, or how long it'll take to even achieve these goals. Now, with all that being said, most people listening are probably thinking to themselves right about now, why would I ever want to put myself through something like that if it's not even 100% that I'm gonna actually achieve my goals? And believe me, I have asked myself that question many times, and I still sometimes do. But the question I always go back to, and the question that's always in the back of my mind, even if I try to forget about it, is what's the alternative? Settle for an average life? Or even worse than that, a below average life because it's too hard to actually go after a life worth living? And yes, it's not guaranteed that you're gonna achieve everything, even though I've never seen anyone try as hard as they can and not achieve what they want to achieve. But on the off chance that you don't, it's like the old saying goes, shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. I guarantee you, your life will be 100 times better, not only from the tangible things that you'll have, but from the lessons you'll have learned from along the way. And like I always say, in no way, shape, or form am I exactly where I want to be. But I can tell you right now, I feel a lot better coming back to my hometown that I grew up in my whole life with a lot more money than I once had, not having to stress about going back to a 9-to-5, and seeing how proud my family is of me, that I'm making something of myself and not settling for the life that I once lived. The reason I can say that now is because I went through the pain of growth and discipline that it took to put me in the position that I'm in now, when a lot of people avoid it at all costs. I know this was a super short video, but I really wanted to share this with you guys, especially before New Year's and all that stuff, and at least give you the reality of what it's actually like to be locked in, instead of glorifying it and making it seem like if you lock in for a couple months, you'll be a millionaire and drive a Lamborghini. Because as much as I wish that was true, it's just not. And I'll leave you with one last thing. Remember, you get one shot at this whole life thing. And the best time for you to start chasing your dreams was yesterday. And the second best time is today. So get after it. I hope you and your family have a good Christmas if you celebrate, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.